Hello everybody and welcome back. We are here to share the final flip through of the 52 altered index cards that I have completed throughout this year. This was the challenge that I set myself really, to complete 52 cards throughout the year, altering index cards because I've got tons and tons of them in my stash. I still have lots in my stash, but at least I feel like I've made a dent. This has been such an amazing challenge, mostly because I've got to use lots of things that are in my stash that have just been sitting there and I've wanted to use but just not really got around to it. So it's been really, really good actually making a dent in my stash, playing around with tools that I haven't used in a while. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody that's been following along as well. I know personally I'm really rubbish with challenges, especially if they're ones that go on for a little while. I may start with all good intentions and I might do 2 or 3 weeks, but then I do start to kind of peter off and stop doing them. But because you folks have been joining in and enjoying the challenges as well, that's kind of prompted me to keep going with it as well. And yeah, as I said, I've thoroughly enjoyed it and I know lots of others have as well and feel really chuffed that they've also got 52 cards. So I wanted to do a flip through to share the cards that I have created. I can't remember the prompts. I have not written them down. I know some people have written them on the back. All I've done is numbered them. So we're just going to take a little trip down memory lane. And I have an acrylic box that I've kind of stored mine in, but you're getting a glare from my light. So I've just set that to the side. So as we look at them, I'm going to pop them back into their box. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick flip through really, so that we can kind of remind ourselves of the different cards. So this was my number 1. And I think what I've also really enjoyed is that they're all very different as well. So I wouldn't say they're all any particular style. Really loved this car and playing around with kind of getting that rusted effect as well, using my embossing powders. Again, using stitching and things, so using different mediums has been quite fun. And using die sets, so these kind of dies I've had in my stash for such a long time, but I just don't use them enough. So that was another great thing about this challenge, is just using those supplies that I've had in my stash for such a long time. That was a favourite of mine. That was kind of inspired by my daughter, who absolutely loves her swing. But using lots of different techniques as well, and lots of the cards kind of came together quite quickly. Oh, another glary one, sorry. But again, beautiful. I love that. And then we've got the number behind the wing. But yeah, some of them came together really quite quickly. Some of them took a little bit longer. Lots of prep I kind of did off camera, just because it was a little bit quicker. So we've got elegant and pocket. See, I really like that one. As simple as it is, I do really like that card. I do like black and white. This was another favourite of mine. Again, a die set that I've only used a couple of times, but I really do love it. It's very good. That was just a simple one, but I love that glitter behind the umbrella. Oh, this was another favourite of mine. So I used an old vintage postcard, and then Elizabeth had some printables where she had little passports. I think it was a challenge that she'd done in her Facebook group. So I printed one off because it was all to do kind of travel. This one. So I really liked that one. Some layering dies, which I also kind of coloured, and although it looks like different shades, they are the same ink. I've just gone over them again and again and again, but that's all layered and dimensional, which I really love. Again, love the ruffle up the side here. I just love that addition of texture. And again, that one was a super quick one, wasn't it? So that one, it was a stamp, and then I've just doodled. I think that was one of the prompts, wasn't it? A doodle. So I just doodled inside the petals, so that was fun. Oh, this one was the one where it changes round, doesn't it? So we ended up with the rainbow. I think the prompt for this one was transform, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that one was a fun one as well. Just having a little play around with different techniques. Another butterfly. Some leaves. This one's very dimensional. Lots of things coming off of this one. So we've got pearls and a button. Really love that one. Love my kind of steampunky one as well. Oh, I remember that one. That's very sweet because I've got a vellum front and then these two mice. I love that one. And this is probably the brightest, most colourful one that I've got in there, but I think the colour was yellow, which is why that one's quite a bright one. Oh yeah, this one I enjoyed doing. This one I heat embossed on some acetate, and that actually came out really, really well. I was quite pleased with that one. So this one was lots of washi tapes by the feel of it. Again, so many different effects just using different materials, and I think that's what I really, really enjoyed about this challenge. Oh, I think this one was about your hobby, so I've made it look like a bit like a journal book. But yeah, so many techniques, so many different things that you can kind of have a little play around with, which I really enjoyed. And as I say, I know lots of you guys also enjoyed these challenges as well, so I'm really, really pleased with that. Oh, crikey, there we go. There's a picture of me. I think it had to be a self-portrait, but I don't do drawing. I would have looked even more hideous than I do in the picture. I really like this one with the tag. That's really nice. And it's a nice vintage style. I think that's Natalie's papers from Line Dot Arrow, actually, from one of her kits. Really beautiful. And that vintage style is very much the way I kind of tend to lean in my journaling. So that's why lots of these, I think, have a vintage vibe to them. Oh, that was a fun one. So that's on a paper clip, isn't it? My little guy there. I love that sloth. Again, another fun little die that I've had in my stash and haven't really utilised and used. Really liked this one. This one was fun to make. I did like this one. Again, looks very simple, but it was a lot of fun to put together. Oh, I'm now running out of room, so I have to kind of shuffle things forward. That was a nice one as well. So a camera film in the background. Then I've got this beautiful stamp on there. So that's really nice, really pretty. But again, a kind of vintagey background, which, as I said, is more my style. Really enjoyed this layered stencil for this one. I think this looks so effective. I really, really like it. And I love the colours on there as well. I do like that kind of olive green. That one was, again, a fun one to put together. I really like that one. My Little Bunnies, because I was thinking of Alice in Wonderland for this one, and I think a couple of people I saw actually used the Alice in Wonderland prompt for this as well, because I think it was Wanderous, and there was a white, oh yeah, the colour white and rabbit. So yeah, it just had to be Alice in Wonderland, didn't it, really? That one I really like as well. That was fun doing these letterings. That's really thick though. I think I must have put that on very thick card when I backed that on there. That one feels quite thick. Yep, I think this one was a picture of me. Again, I think it must have been to do with either hobbies or yourself, because yeah, that's very much how my craft room looks outside of this camera frame. And as I said, I think when I was making this, I quite often walk around the house and my husband's kind of peeling fibres or bits of paper that have stuck to my elbow or my back or something. So yeah, that's very much me in the craft room. That was a nice fun one as well. I think that's a window that opens up. That's from my autumn kit. This one was an embossing folder that I have that I just kind of coloured in. I thought that was really a pretty one. Again, enjoyed this one, using magazine to do the colouring for me. That was a fun challenge. And I really liked this one because, again, I've had these stamps for a while. They don't come with dies. I did have to fussy cut them. But they are fun to kind of use, and I had that as my hammer that moved. Again, that very vintage vibe. I love this little cup die. Super, super simple one with my calm beads in the middle. Oh yes, we had a snow day. That wasn't long ago, was it? Yeah, beginning of, well, more middle of November. Seems so far away now, but actually that wasn't too long ago, was it? Snow day. Oh yeah, then I had this one with the mechanism. So this was different places that I would like to visit. I liked that one. This one was a fun one as well, and this one has the hidden space. This is actually like a card, but I do love those dogs. They're very cute. Okay, then we had the gift with the jumper inside. That one was a fun one to make. Again, more kind of a Christmassy theme. This one I thought was really good as well. I actually enjoyed doing using fabric, which I stuck down onto card, and then I die cut it out. So we've got some really soft fabric letters, and then just a very simple background. But I really enjoyed that. And then slowly coming to the end, we've got card number 51, which I think looks very pretty. And then our final one was a Christmassy one, since we are now at Christmas time. It's Christmas Eve today. And then this one, I think I just did for a bit of fun. I was just trying to, again, use up some of my index cards, and I was just having a play around with some bits that I had received in a recent order. I think it was from Papercrafts. I had these kind of papers and things, so I wanted to try and use them in a collage on an index card. So I just popped that in the back there as well. So as you can see, this is nice and full, but I've absolutely enjoyed doing this. It has been such a pleasure, as I say, to see all of your cards as well, where you've interpreted the prompts. Lots of people have been asking, will there be an Altered Index 2025? Yes, there will be. I will be doing a video next week. I'm not sure what date that is. Is it the 31st? I will be doing a video next week where I'll let you all know exactly what I'll be doing. So I am changing it very slightly for 2025. But I still have stacks of index cards, truth be told. So I'm still going to continue with this. I'm going to do another one next year. There'll be new prompts and things. But as I said, I'll give you lots more info on that next week. Well, that's all from me today. Just a quick video to kind of show you all of the different cards and do a little flip through. As it is Christmas Eve and possibly Christmas Day for some of you if you are watching this a little bit later, I do want to wish you a wonderful Christmas time. I hope you have lots of fun with your families, and I can't wait to get crafting with you again soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.